The Sumatran rhinoceros, Rarest sumatrensis, is facing a dire threat due to habitat loss, which is one of the primary factors contributing to its critically endangered status. This remarkable species once roamed across Southeast Asia, but the rapid destruction of its natural habitat has pushed it to the brink of extinction. Understanding the extent and consequences of habitat loss is crucial in addressing the challenges faced by the Sumatran rhinoceros. One of the primary drivers of habitat loss for the Sumatran rhinoceros is deforestation. The expansion of agriculture, particularly for palm oil plantations, has resulted in vast areas of forest being cleared, fragmenting and degrading the rhino's habitat. Additionally, illegal logging and forest encroachment for human settlements further exacerbate the loss of suitable habitat for this species. The Sumatran rhinoceros is highly adapted to dense rainforest environments, where it finds shelter, food sources, and necessary ecological interactions. However, as forests are converted into monoculture plantations or cleared entirely, the rhino's habitat becomes fragmented and isolated. This fragmentation hinders their ability to find sufficient resources, mate, and maintain viable populations, ultimately leading to a decline in their numbers. The consequences of habitat loss extend beyond the physical destruction of forests. It disrupts ecological processes, affects biodiversity, and diminishes the availability of suitable foraging areas and safe havens for the Sumatran rhinoceros. The loss of essential plant species and changes in forest composition can further impact the rhino's diet and feeding patterns, jeopardizing its overall survival and reproductive success. Moreover, habitat loss exacerbates the risks and challenges faced by the Sumatran rhinoceros in terms of human-wildlife conflict. As their habitat shrinks, rhinos are more likely to come into closer contact with human settlements and agricultural areas, increasing the potential for conflicts, poaching incidents, and accidental encounters that may lead to harm or even death for both humans and rhinos. The persistent threat of poaching continues to haunt the Sumatran rhinoceros, Rarest sumatrensis, posing a grave risk to its survival. This iconic species faces a relentless onslaught from illegal wildlife trade driven by the demand for its precious horn. The consequences of this illicit activity are devastating, both for the rhino populations and the fragile ecosystems they inhabit. Poaching is driven by the erroneous belief in the medicinal properties and cultural value attributed to rhino horns. Despite the lack of scientific evidence supporting any therapeutic benefits, the demand for these horns persists, primarily in certain Asian markets. This unwarranted demand fuels a clandestine trade network, with organized criminal networks engaging in the illicit acquisition, transportation, and sale of rhino horns. The consequences of poaching on the Sumatran rhinoceros are severe and wide-ranging. The most immediate impact is the loss of individual rhinos as they fall victim to poachers seeking their prized horns. This indiscriminate killing disrupts the delicate balance of natural populations and further fragments already dwindling populations. Beyond the immediate threat to individual rhinos, poaching undermines conservation efforts aimed at protecting and recovering the species. It erodes the stability of populations, impairs the genetic diversity necessary for their long-term survival, and hampers captive breeding programs aimed at boosting numbers. The consequences of poaching extend beyond the rhinoceros itself. It wreaks havoc on the ecosystems in which these magnificent creatures play a crucial role. As a keystone species, the Sumatran rhinoceros contributes to seed dispersal, vegetation management, and ecosystem resilience. The loss of this species disrupts these essential ecological functions, ultimately affecting the delicate balance of the entire ecosystem. The Sumatran rhinoceros, Rarest sumatrensis, faces significant reproductive challenges, contributing to its critically endangered status and low population numbers. One of the main reproductive challenges for Sumatran rhinos is their slow reproductive rate. Female rhinos have long interbirth intervals, typically ranging from 3 to 5 years. This extended period between pregnancies significantly limits their ability to increase their population numbers rapidly. The slow reproductive rate is believed to be influenced by various factors, including physiological and environmental factors, as well as social dynamics within their fragmented populations. Additionally, the fertility rates of Sumatran rhinos are relatively low. Female rhinos have limited windows of fertility, known as estrus cycles, which occur approximately every 1 to 4 months. However, during these cycles, the time for successful conception is limited to just a few days. This narrow window of opportunity reduces the chances of successful mating and reproduction. The fragmented populations of Sumatran rhinos pose yet another reproductive challenge. As the rhino's natural habitat becomes increasingly fragmented and isolated, the chances for successful breeding and genetic diversity are greatly reduced. The limited gene pool within small populations can lead to inbreeding depression and decrease overall reproductive success. Ensuring genetic diversity through managed breeding programs and population connectivity becomes vital for the long-term survival of the species. Furthermore, the social dynamics among Sumatran rhinos can impact reproductive success. Sumatran rhinos are generally solitary animals, and encounters between males and females can be rare. Females are known to be choosy in selecting their mates, and competition between males for mating opportunities can be fierce. The challenges of finding suitable mates and establishing successful breeding pairs further contribute to the reproductive difficulties faced by the species. The Sumatran rhinoceros is known for its solitary and elusive nature, making it a highly enigmatic and challenging animal to study and observe in the wild. Several factors contribute to the rhino's solitary behavior and preference for seclusion, highlighting its unique ecological adaptations. Firstly, the dense rainforests of Southeast Asia, which are the natural habitat of the Sumatran rhinoceros, provide the perfect environment for them to remain hidden and undisturbed. With their excellent camouflage and ability to navigate through dense vegetation, these rhinos can effectively blend into their surroundings, making it difficult for predators and researchers alike to spot them. Secondly, the Sumatran rhinoceros exhibits a territorial nature, occupying large home ranges that often overlap with other rhino territories. They mark their territories with scent markings, scrapings, and vocalizations, which serve as indicators of their presence to other rhinos in the area. This territorial behavior plays a crucial role in maintaining population densities and minimizing direct confrontations between individuals. Furthermore, the Sumatran rhinoceros has a solitary lifestyle, with individuals generally being solitary wanderers except during the breeding season. Males and females come together for a brief period to mate, after which they separate once again. This solitary behavior allows the rhinos to minimize competition for resources and reduce the risk of confrontations. The elusive nature of the Sumatran rhinoceros presents challenges for researchers and conservationists attempting to study and protect the species. Tracking and monitoring these rhinos requires specialized techniques such as camera traps, acoustic surveys, and non-invasive sampling methods. These methods are employed to gather crucial data on their population, behavior, and habitat preferences to inform conservation strategies effectively. The solitary and elusive nature of the Sumatran rhinoceros highlights its remarkable adaptations to its environment. By maintaining a solitary lifestyle and preferring seclusion, these rhinos maximize their chances of survival in the dense and challenging rainforest habitats. Their ability to remain hidden and elusive adds to their mystique, making them one of the most elusive and captivating creatures in the natural world.